today we are going to be going out to a tractor pull. My dad, unfortunately, is not going to be able to go today. He's got a car club activity that he and my mom are going to be going to. He's going to be taking their little 1930 Ford Model A. So I'm going to be going on my own to the tractor pull. And the tractor that I'm going to be taking is our, I think it's a 1950 John Deere AR. And here it is. We haven't started this. It's probably been about a year. But the reason I'm going to be taking the AR is because it's with a group of guys who knew the previous owner of this tractor, he passed away a few years back, and we bought it. And I did a couple of videos of us getting this thing running again. I did rebuild the carb on this because it was filthy, and then it actually started up pretty easily, but the clutch was out of balance. So then I rebalanced that clutch, and I'll put links to these videos if anybody's interested. So let's go ahead and check the oil on this, throw a battery in it, and see if it'll start up. Okay, we got oil. I hope it has gas. It must not have any fuel. As dry as a bone. I'll go get some fuel. Hopefully it starts better with fuel. some fuel in it. Okay, I'm all tied down and I pulled the battery, so we should be good for the next 40 miles. Well, here we go. Let's do a quick brake check. Oh yeah, we got trailer brakes. Okay, let's go. Well, here we are, pulling up right now. The tractor rode just fine. It'll be really interesting to see how good this thing pulls. We plowed with it, and we put it on the dyno, but we've never pulled a sled with it. So this will be a fun experience. We'll see how things go. So I had no idea that the gearing on this was so low. So I was pulling in first just now. The engine wasn't bogging down at all. I just have a problem with traction. So next time I pull, I'm going to put it in second and see if it does any better with that. Well, that time I pulled in second, but it was sputtering a little bit. I don't know what that was about. Almost like it was running low on fuel. Have to see what I've got. shut it down. Maybe we'll try again here after lunch. Well, that last pull did pretty good. I was back in first, but they had the sled in a pretty high gear. Anyway, it did pretty good. I think this engine is pretty healthy. We just got to get a little bit more weight on the back side of this tractor, and it would do, I think, really, really well. So I better back up. I'm gonna get it loaded now. Well, we made it back home. The trip back was uneventful. It wasn't quite as smooth as the trip there. I have a hard time getting the weight distribution right on the trailer. I pulled forward a little bit too far, so there was a little bit too much weight on the tongue of the truck. So the truck moves around a little bit more, but I'm always just so paranoid of not having enough weight on the truck and then starting to go down like a steep, I had to go through a canyon, so starting to go down a steep grade and then have the back of the trailer start whipping back and forth. So anyway, I think it's a little bit better to be on the safe side and have too much weight on the truck, but I don't know. Maybe you guys who are professionals can school me on that. But anyway, all in all, the AR did pretty well. We're lacking weight in the back, so it does tend to try to spin out. Didn't really ever lug the engine down too badly, so if we wanted to make it a pulling machine, we'd have to add quite a bit of weight to the back of the tractor, but I don't think we're going to do that. For the 2 pulls that we go to per year, I think this does just fine. Besides adding weight to the back, another thing that I could have done is I could have remembered to bring this. This is a little adapter that we built when we pull with our 70, and it just hooks right in here to the drawbar, and it basically just gets your pulling point. Instead of being down here, it just raises it up about 6 inches, and that really helps you out. This is kind of a, I don't know if this is an original AR drawbar or not, but if I would have slid it in a little bit more, the farther in and up you have your weight, the better your traction and load distribution goes when you're pulling. So maybe next time I'll remember to bring this, and it'll do a little bit better. But the thing is this AR is so comfortable to drive. It's low to the ground. It's easy to get on and off of. You got a nice platform where you can rest your feet. Your controls are all right here. The clutch on this is a little bit closer and easier to pull than a row crop. So anyway, and this does have the later model 6-speed transmission rather than a 3-speed with a high and a low. It's all just a single stick, so it's a nice little tractor, but I don't think we're going to be making this a pulling machine or anything like that anytime soon. I'll also just take a quick second, just as a public service announcement. If you like the videos that I'm putting out, if you like this content, go ahead and subscribe to it. Subscribe to my channel. It doesn't cost you guys a thing, but it does help my channel grow, and it does motivate me to put out more content. I do try to put out videos every single week. Every Friday afternoon is kind of what my goal is. Pretty much everything is related to tractors, and most of them are John Deere, just because that's what we run mostly here. So anyway, like I said, go ahead and subscribe, leave comments. I try to respond to all the comments. I like to hear the stories you guys have, and I appreciate everybody watching the videos and giving me the support that you do. My dad's been planting corn with the M. That's what he uses every year when he plants. Just his sweet corn in his garden. Right up here, this over here, this is our new Alice Chalmers plow. It's a 3-bottom plow. I'll have to put a video together of that. It's kind of a cool story about that plow. So I just shut the fuel off, and we'll just let this thing run out of fuel. Did a good job though. Okay, that thing's out of fuel. It's shut down. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.